Hi guys, welcome back to the Sicilian Revival. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have a home game against Potenza and we follow it up with an away game against Latina. As you can see, form still remains in pretty good state at the moment. We're definitely showing our potential as a club. Sat in fifth place in the league, and we're within touching distance of a number of these teams. Benevento have got a nice little buffer at the top of the table at the moment. But to put things into perspective, our wage budget for the whole squad is around 28,000. And they've got a couple of players in there that are on 20 grand just between two of them. So it makes a big difference, I think, at times. And it is what it is. We can't really compete from a financial perspective. And as such, in January, no business has been done whatsoever. We've seen no players leave. We've had no one come in either. And from a financial perspective, we are really struggling. We had the board pump in about £500,000 from their own pockets just to keep us afloat for the time being. We're still 600,000 in debt nearly. As you can see, in terms of actual spending on wages, we are over our budget at the moment as well. So it's all very tightly congested in the way of finances, and we need to find a way. I think we could potentially survive another year at this level, but we need to find a way of getting promoted very soon just to ease the pressure on the club's bank account. But in relation to the squad, we've made no changes basically. Like I said before, no transfers in or out. And in relation to recent form, we've continued to play very well. 4 wins in our last 5 games since you were with us for the last episode. Unfortunately, we lost by 2 goals to 1 at home to our rivals Catania. But other than that, results continue to go in our direction, which is quite fortunate, really. I mean, everyone's really in high spirits. We're playing well. And going into these 2 games, I fancy us away at Latina. But this home game against Potenza could be a tightly congested one. Um, they're sat just behind us, 3 points behind us at the moment. Um, I think if we get beat 2-0, they would go above us in relation to the goal difference swing. But if we win, we could go up as high as third, depending on other results. So it's going to be an interesting one. And if we can continue to play well, I think we're definitely going to have some playoffs at the end of the season. Um, Second half of the season last season was where we completely fell apart, but we've already continued um, our form this season better than we did last season. So they've got the likes of Raul Asensio and Catarano in the side. They have notorious records for scoring against us annoyingly, but hopefully we can stem the flow today and continue our good run. They did have the beating of us last time. It's one of only 3 games that we've lost in the league this season. Catania obviously being the most recent one, which was quite annoying. But overall, we're playing very well. Camden here with a corner, set to swing it in toward that near post. It's comfortably headed clear in the end, but Camden does pick it up again, finds Julian John Guerrero into Frisena, and that is a thunderous strike from Julio Frisena. And there's a number of players who are out of contract at the end of the season as well. We've not made any decisions on that at the moment. Burdick and Grimeland have signed new 2 and 3 year contracts respectively. So um, we're still making decisions on 1 or 2 of the other players, but that is a really good goal that from Frisena, and we take the lead here, well, pretty much on 4 minutes. So it's a very good start, and hopefully that will continue. Potenza dominating possession though at the moment, which is a bit of a concern. Silvestri has taken a knock. We'll keep an eye on that for the time being, as Vaca Jr. wins the ball off Asensio, tries to keep hold of it and tries to play it through for Destro, but couldn't beat Armini. And now Varengia just holding on to it on this right-hand side, trying to build from the back here, Potenza, and get back into this game as quickly as possibly. From their point of view, it is very important that they try and get that equaliser very quickly. But here is pace on that left-hand side. They're moving the ball quite well, but not making too much progress so far. But they are just edging into our half now. Armini into Castorani, and now Varengia into Asensio, and that's a lovely pass. And Bergio is in, and it's off the inside of the post and out for a goal kick. We get away with one in the end. It was a very good delivery into the penalty area for Bergio, but fortunately, from our point of view, he couldn't take the chance. Incidentally, Brazil in goal has been outstanding for us. He has made some fantastic saves in recent matches to keep us in winning ways as well. But with the fact that morale's high, results are just building for us at the moment as we try and again whip it into that near post area and again pretend to deal with it quite comfortably. Guerrero into Camden, just holds on to it, hasn't got too much support, but finds Fresena again on the edge of the penalty area. And unfortunately, this time it's been disallowed, and I'm not too sure why. Destro has been given as offside in front of the goalkeeper. I'm guessing he was obstructing Gasparini, which is a bit frustrating, really, because I don't think he'd have got near the strike anyway. And it remains 1-0, but very positive signs again. Possession relatively even, but we are looking at taking our chances, which is very good indeed. And at half-time, we hold a 1-goal advantage thanks to that lovely strike from Fresena. And we need to just keep it up in the second half. And again, we've maintained our performances reasonably well in games so far. Sciattarella with the free kick here, and that is whipped in. And Brazil was beaten there, but fortunately it was off target. And Brazil plays it in to Tepsic, who's very much established himself as a centre-back this season. We've tried him a couple of times in that midfield, but it's just not really worked for him. Piccini, who I envisaged to be a centre-back as well, has ended up being a good right-back for us. But Tepsic has made a big error, and Asensio is in, and that is a great block from Silvestri. And Brazil, I think, also got a touch on it to make the save. And we get away with an error there from Tepsic, but the chance could still be there. We do manage to get the initial ball in clear, but Bergio looking to cut into the penalty area, couldn't get the strike away. Piccini with the challenge, luckily no foul. And we remain with the advantage, but Potenza just starting to grow into the game. And pace now into Sora, now Sciattarella, into Castorani, just holding on to it, and it's another good piece of goalkeeping by Brazil. And we're going to drop some encouragement to the team. Just try and lift spirits a little bit. We just seem to have dropped off a little bit in relation to the pace of the match, and we need to just pick it up here in the second half. As Castorani tries to get a strike away, it takes a heavy deflection, and in the end, it's out for a goal kick. It came off another Potenza player. But performance just starting to dip a little bit. It seems our Potenza have suddenly woken up in this second half, but we need to just stem the flow a bit, which we are apparently doing. A number of players playing really good football for us today, though. Good match ratings for a number of the squad. We are struggling a little bit for fitness in a couple of positions. So Vaca is going to come off for Boenda, and Guerrero, who still struggling really since coming back from injury. He is going to come off, and Crespi can come on for a rare opportunity. Destro continues to be in fantastic goal-scoring form. So he has largely kept Crespi out of the team for the time being. And we'll leave it with the 3 substitutions for now. I just noticed that Goropek's back on the bench as well. He's been out for about 3 or 4 months. He had a ligament injury from what I can remember. And he could be a big player for us in the second half of this season. He could certainly make a difference in that defence. Fresena into Crespi, and that is an explosive finish. Valerio Crespi with only his 4th goal of the season. And again, it's been disallowed. I'm not too sure why that one was disallowed. It was a very good finish from Crespi. And I think we've been a bit unlucky for both of those goals. Crespi, I think, was just offside, though. But the other for Senegal, I'm a little bit frustrated about, really, because Destro wasn't really involved in the play, but he was blocking off the goalkeeper. So, unfortunately, the offside was given for that anyway. Crespi into Silvestri. And now Amauso just about getting the pass off to Silvestri in the end. I thought he was going to lose it from there. Here's Gaibua into Grimeland. Now Nonj Boende into Amauso. Really good passing play in the centre. And Amauso charging into the penalty area. He's got support arriving. Finds Fresena. And he hit it very hard there. By the looks of it, Fresena. And Gasparini just caught it quite comfortably. So, bit of a strange one there. But hopefully we can hold on for this 1-goal win. As Silvestri wins the header from the corner. Grimeland with the delivery. But it is gone just over the crossbar. And with only a couple of minutes added time, in the end, is a 1-0 win. It wasn't as comfortable as we wanted it to be. Very good performances, though, especially from the back 5. Very, very good defensive performances. And we push on with our fantastic run of form. And that win lifts us up to 3rd in the league. And we are now, 14 points clear within the playoff zone. So we're doing very, very well. Considering, again, the board just wanted us to avoid relegation again this season, but I think we're showing a lot of potential here. And I think in the next couple of seasons, for sure, we can certainly be challenging to get automatic promotion. I don't think it's going to happen this season, but we are within touching distance, and we've only lost 3 games. Um, so we're certainly showing all our cards at the moment, and it's going to be a case of just nitpicking certain positions, trying to make those little improvements, and we could be in with a really good shout. To be fair, I mean, signing of the season for me so far. I mean, Pacini's been fantastic, but Gaia has been outstanding. He really has, and he's constantly improving his game as well. Of course, we got him in on a free transfer from Atalanta, and I mean, what a season he's having. He's not actually scored for us as of yet. I think he scored in a substitute appearance in the cup. But other than that, he's just done his job in that defensive midfield. He really has been a solid outfit for us. Silvestri, unfortunately, he did take a knock and he seemed unaffected by it, but he is going to be out for just over a week. So he will miss that game away against Latina, which is in 7 days' time. So if you bear with me, we'll come back for that game and hopefully the good form will continue. Okay then, guys, here we go for the game away against Latina. No fresh injury concerns. Obviously, you knew about Silvestri at the end of the first half of the episode, so a little bit short defensively from our point of view, but we're going into this game again, hoping to continue our good run of form. Current score lines and results, Catania beat Benevento, the league leaders, very comfortably, a 3-0 win there. So we've got an opportunity to close the gap a little bit here, and a win would take us to within 8 points of top spot. I can't imagine we'll catch them, to be honest. They've been pretty faultless throughout the campaign. Um, Torres, who was sat in second, only managed to draw away at Picerno as well. So very interesting results. Hopefully we can go out there and get a win and keep that pressure on. Obviously our target now, without a shadow of a doubt, is to finish in that top 10. We need playoffs this year just to give ourselves an opportunity. And I think we've got the quality. It's just a case of maintaining. And if we can maintain and find somehow a way of getting promoted in either by the playoffs, for example, or automatic in the next year or two, hopefully we can get the club to a bit more of a stable footing financially. So we'll go into today's game hoping for a win. We're looking very long term. Obviously, it's a one club save. This one, we have to look long term, but we're setting pretty good foundations at the moment. It's just a case of being able to keep these key players, especially if we don't get promoted. And the likes of Tepsic, Piccini, Gaia, especially in the midfield, as Guerrero picks up another injury. It's a foot injury for him. So we're going to get Burdick on for him. Burdick, of course, as I mentioned before, just signed a new contract as well. Scored a belter for us a few games back as well. And a couple of these young players, like I say, Grimeland, I mean, very unexpected that I was playing him as much as I am, but he's really settled into the side and he just picks it up here. He has taken a knock in this first half, so we'll have to keep an eye on him just to make sure it doesn't develop into anything serious. As Camden holds on to possession, he could have played a pass for Destro there, but he's gone out wide for Shalanda Kabongo, who tries to cut inside. It's fallen for Camden and it's off the woodwork, and Rocky just managing to get it clear for Latina. It's been a pretty it's been a very slow burner this game so far. Disappointed with our performance. We're not looking particularly aggressive in our players. Rocky there, the defender with a really good header, ending up out off the post. But Latina overall, probably the better side, but neither side really creating too many chances. We need to pick it up in the second half because it's certainly not been good enough. And hopefully we can make that improvement in the second half. Like I say, it's been very lackluster in this first half. We've got a big game against Juve Stabia coming up as well. They are playing quite well themselves. So it is going to be a pretty tight affair. And Grimeland has now had to go off injured. So Paulo da Silva is going to come on for him. And Vaca is on a yellow card. So Nunj Boende can come on for him. And Destro's been shocking up front. So Crespi can come on as well. We'll leave the last substitution for now. We'll drop a bit of encouragement to the lads because it's been an even game, but neither side has had a shot on target. That's how poor this match has been. And it's arguably our worst performance, one of our worst performances of the season. If we can find a goal somehow, that would be great, but I can't see it happening because neither side are creating anything worth their might in goal scoring opportunities. 7 attempts at goal, nothing on target from our point of view, and Latina with 4 attempts and nothing on target. They've just had a shot on target. In fact, Camden here with a corner toward the centre of the penalty area, and a penalty has been awarded. Apparently, there was a shove on Paulo de Silva, and this could be a big steal for us here. Grinding out results isn't our normal forte. Crespi here with the penalty, and Crespi scores the penalty. That's an important goal, especially in the context of this game, because that's probably going to win us the match. But we've gotten away with one there because it's been a very lacklustre performance. And I think we were very lucky to get awarded that penalty. But that's a really big goal for us, a really good 3 points. And considering the nature of the game, it is a very good 3 points. So another 1-0 win. And again, defensively, we're looking pretty strong. And Brazow in goal again, keeping a clean sheet. We're looking pretty good at the moment. That penalty could prove vital going in toward this second half of the season as well. Crespi, only his fourth of the season, and that takes us up to second place in the league now. And we're 16 points ahead within that playoff area. So we're looking good for that for sure. It's just a case of maintaining this form, and who knows if we can maintain, especially with some of the games we've got coming up, we could close the gap. I'm not looking at winning the title, but any kind of attempt in the playoffs is going to be a good opportunity for us. Guerrero, 5 to 8 weeks, he's going to be out for again. A big miss potentially for him. Burdic's out for 3 to 4 weeks. He's done his knee ligaments. Grimeland just caught his ankle, so he's out for a couple of days. Potentially a couple of big misses there. Guerrero and Burdick. Grimeland should be fit enough for the Juve Stabia game, but we may just play De Silva in at left back. In terms of schedule going forward, we'll probably get a few games out of the way. There's games against Torres and Benevento there. Massive, massive games. So we've got 6 games to get through. Torres and Benevento are going to be tomorrow's episode, and then we'll come back for the last couple of games of the season, potentially. Yes, 6 games to get through is quite a lot, but Torres and Benevento could be huge, huge games, especially if we can keep up this kind of form. 3 clean sheets in a row. Yes, we're not scoring many goals, but we're still winning games, and that's the important thing. So hopefully we can continue and end up in what would have been a very unlikely title race. So until next time, guys, thank you very much for your support. Please like, subscribe to the channel. It is all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time. This is Big Will, signing away.